Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are tearing into a stack of research centered on one deceptively simple movement. Yeah, a fitness powerhouse that is, well, often completely overlooked. Our mission is to analyze the data and see if the single most basic movement you can do is also maybe the most transformative. We're diving deep into the power of the daily squat. Now, forget the gym routine for a second, forget the heavy weights. Just think, when was the last time you could move your body freely? No aches, no stiffness, just pure, reliable strength. If you've struggled with that effortless feeling, the research we compiled suggests the secret might be right there, available immediately.
Right. And the central claim we looked at, it's pretty audacious, actually. Researchers are arguing that the bodyweight squat is arguably the single most powerful zero-equipment exercise out there, and it promises a total body transformation functionally, structurally, if you stick with it for just, say, 30 days.
Okay. A total transformation in 30 days. Let's unpack that promise, because this is key, right? We're not just talking about an exercise that hits your thighs. The analysis highlights that the squat is more like a total body engine.
Exactly.
Activating quads, glutes, lower back, and critically, your entire core all at once.
Yes, it's integrated, not an isolation thing at all.
Okay.
And that integration, well, it translates pretty much immediately into functional improvements. That's the first benefit the sources really focus on. And the best real-world test for this functional strength. It's simple, but profound. Can you stand up from a deep, low chair without pushing off with your hands?
The chair test.
Yeah. If that simple move needs assistance, the research suggests you've got a gap, a big one maybe, in foundational strength.
That's an OFIC benchmark, really universal. Okay, so moving beyond just standing up, let's talk mobility. Joint health. I want you, the listener, to just picture how you move day to day. Is bending down smooth, or does it feel a bit creaky? Like things might seize up?
Well, what's fascinating is the mechanical benefit reported here. Proper squat form inherently strengthens the muscles around the knees, hips, and ankles. It teaches your whole lower body structure to work together symbiotically.
Which reduces strain.
Reduces strain, yeah, and mitigates those, weird, unsettling clicking sounds people sometimes get when they move suddenly.
Okay, but there's a biological detail in the sources that really jumped out at me. We know cartilage is crucial, but it doesn't have blood vessels, right? So it struggles to get fuel. How does the squat help with that?
This is a beautiful piece of biological engineering, really. Movement itself is the fuel. Squatting essentially acts like an internal massage. A pump, if you will.
A pump?
Yeah, the compression and decompression cycles push synovial fluid, which is rich with nutrients, into the cartilage. So you're literally using the movement to feed those hidden structural parts of your body, strengthening from the inside out.
Wow, okay, so if we look at the whole chain then, hips, knees, ankles, how does regular squatting make daily movement better, easier?
It's about, two things. Elasticity and stability. Regular squats help unlock those notoriously tight hip flexors, from sitting all day. They stabilize the knee capsule, firm up the ankles, and over time, the tissues around them just become more elastic.
So things like
picking up something heavy, bending over to tie your shoes, getting down on the floor, maybe with kids or pets. These become, effortless motions, more confident.
And there's a visual bonus too, isn't there? That often gets overlooked.
Posture, yeah.
Reinforcing the core, those postural muscles.
Yeah.
It teaches your body how to hold itself better.
Definitely. It's not just physical strength. It's a kind of confidence that comes from feeling sturdy, grounded.
Okay, so we've got the immediate functional benefits down, feeling stronger, moving better. But what's happening internally to drive that change? Let's talk metabolism. Most people think, long runs, endless cardio for fat burn.
Right.
What did the evidence say about squats versus just jogging?
The metabolic return on investment seems drastically higher with squats. Think about it. You're engaging the largest, most metabolically expensive muscle groups in the body.
Glutes, hamstrings, quads.
Exactly. Those muscles demand tremendous energy just to work. That gives your heart a real high-intensity, full-body workout, even without running.
Right.
And this leads directly to something called the EPOC effect. Excess post-exercise oxygen consumption.
Okay.
Because you've put such a high demand on the system, those big muscles, your body has to work harder after you stop squatting just to recover, to restore itself.
So you keep burning calories even after you finish the exercise.
Precisely. You continue burning calories long after the session ends. Plus, more muscle mass generally means your body is just burning fuel more efficiently, 24/7, even at rest.
But hang on, why the legs specifically? Why not focus on, say, building
big arms or chest muscles for that metabolic boost.
It's purely a matter of scale, size. Your leg and glute muscles just dwarf everything else. The sheer volume of muscle tissue you activate in a single bodyweight squat, it far exceeds what you could possibly hit with any other zero equipment move.
I see.
To get that systemic whole body metabolic shock, you really have to engage the glutes and quads.
Okay, that makes sense. That settles the fat burn question.
Yeah.
But the research also pointed to something less visible, but maybe even more critical, especially as we age.
Bone health, absolutely.
Yeah.
The compression loading from the squat, it's like a direct signal, a message to your internal cellular structures. Every single repetition signals these things called osteoblasts. They're the tiny bone builders inside you to fortify the structure.
So it tells your body to strengthen the bones.
Exactly, strengthen the bone matrix.
Yeah.
It's essential protection against age-related density loss like osteoporosis. It's a physical challenge that basically tells the body, hey, we need this structure to be strong.
Okay, let's tie this all back to the why for the listener then. The research seems to make a compelling case that squats mimic our most fundamental, necessary human movements. Right?
Really?
The goal isn't just abstract fitness, it's about making everyday life effortless.
Picking up groceries without thinking twice, standing up from the floor without straining.
Playing with kids, or just, not getting injured if you stumble slightly. Making those things safer, easier.
Precisely.
Okay, this all sounds genuinely transformative. But as the data clearly showed, the benefit hinges entirely on doing it right. So we need to shift to the how-to now. Safety first. Before anyone even thinks about adding weight or trying fancy variations, mastering that basic body weight form is, it's non-negotiable, isn't it?
Absolutely critical, yeah. We found 5 crucial form elements that really need to be drilled consistently. First, your stance. Feet should be roughly shoulder-width apart, maybe slightly wider depending on your hips. Second, watch your knees. Make sure they track directly over your toes as you descend. Don't let them collapse inward.
That inward collapse is common, right? The knee valgus.
Very common, and it puts a lot of stress on the knee joint, so knees out over toes. Third, maintain a neutral spine. Keep it rigid. No rounding forward, especially in the lower back. Chest up.
Okay, number 4. The source is stress keeping weight on the heels. That feels counterintuitive sometimes. People want to push off the balls of their feet. Why heels?
Yeah, that's a super common mistake, and fixing it is critical. When your weight shifts forward onto the balls of your feet, your knees tend to travel too far forward.
Okay.
That puts excessive strain on the knee joints, and importantly, it stops you from properly engaging your glutes. By keeping the weight grounded in your heels, you naturally sit back into the squat.
Sitting back.
Exactly. That engages the powerful posterior chain, the glutes and hamstrings. That's where you want the work to happen.
Excellent clarification.
Okay.
And the 5th element, breathing.
Controlled breathing. It's the final piece. Inhale deeply on the way down. Fill your core. Brace your torso. Then exhale powerfully as you drive back up. Use that exhale to help stabilize the core during the ascent. Control is key. Slow and steady.
Got it. And one article really emphasized preparation. Skipping the warm-up is a major roadblock, apparently.
Oh, definitely. The sources say warm-up fundamentally changes the game. We're talking about actively targeting hip flexors, loosening up the ankles, maybe doing some glute activation drills before the first actual squat rep. It makes a huge difference in quality.
Okay, so once someone has really nailed those foundational mechanics, and that takes time, consistent practice.
And reflection, yeah. Paying attention to your body.
Right. Then they can start thinking about progression.
Then you can look at scaling the challenge, yes. The analysis offered a great roadmap. Things like sumo squats, maybe if you need to open up your hips more. Wider stance, toes pointed out more.
Or for more intensity.
Jump squats, if your goal is explosive power and maybe enhanced fat burning. Though be careful with impact if you have joint issues.
And then there are more advanced options mentioned.
Yeah, things like front squats or back squats if you eventually add weight, focusing on core or glute dominance respectively. Or Bulgarian split squats, 1 foot elevated behind you. Great for balance and hitting each leg individually.
And the ultimate goal for some.
Leading eventually, perhaps, to the pistol squat, the single leg squat. That's really the gold standard for single leg strength, balance, and mobility combined. Very challenging.
Wow. Okay, lots of options.
Yeah.
But it's important not to just chase difficulty and burn out, right?
Absolutely. The training manuals we looked at suggested structuring your routine smartly. Maybe alternate between heavier or deeper squat days where focus is on strength and mobility-focused days.
Lighter days.
Yeah, lighter days where you focus more on fluidity, maybe higher reps, smooth movement, without pushing the load or depth quite as much. Listen to your body.
Okay, so to kind of wrap up this whole deep dive,
Well, the efficiency of the squat seems pretty undeniable based on what we reviewed. It's accessible, no equipment needed for the basic version. It offers a path to lasting strength, real functional mobility, and better metabolic health. It really addresses some core issues of aging and, well, functional decay, all in one powerful, simple move.
so what's stopping you, the listener, from starting today? The data seems clear that the biggest barrier often isn't how hard the movement is. It's just the inertia, getting started, even small. The research suggests that even just 1 minute of focused, proper form squatting a day, that can be the necessary first step. It builds the habit.
It's about consistency over intensity, especially at the beginning.
Exactly. So we'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Considering how quickly foundational strength can erode, remember that simple chair test. What daily non-fitness movement are you doing right now? Maybe it's getting down on the floor to play with a pet, or hauling a heavy laundry basket upstairs. What movement could that 1 minute of daily squatting start to make truly effortless again for you? That right there is where the real transformation begins. Thank you for diving deep with us.